Hi, my name is Jean and this is my channel Learn with Jean. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 mistakes that every creator should avoid when beginning their creator business. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I talk to a lot of creators or people who are looking to start their creator business and they have all these ideas for products and revenue streams. Let's start with the first one, is inconsistent social media postings. This happens often because, one, there's a lack of time. You're trying to do this as a side hustle and you get burnt out and you get overwhelmed with a day job. You have other commitments when you come home, either the gym or you have kids, you have a spouse. All that just adds up to your time and doesn't leave enough time to start planning content or scheduling content. And so it makes it really hard to kick off, or it makes it really difficult to jumpstart your creator business when you don't have consistent social media postings. If this is you and you're struggling to find time, what I really recommend is to, 1, set a day and set a time each week and start planning out content for the week. You can do this anytime talking to yourself, voice to speech, voice to text. Use AI. Take advantage of any pockets of window you have on a weekend, half an hour. It doesn't take long to create content. And people are like, oh, I don't have any ideas for a social media posting. Think about, what did you experience during the day? What happened in the workplace that made you think similarly to what you're trying to help solve in your creator business? Content doesn't have to be so formal. Your life becomes your content. A lot of people film themselves while going for a walk with their kids, so they're multitasking while they're waiting for the bus, they're driving in the car, or waiting to pick up their kids. You can find time to schedule content anytime in so many different ways. There's so many different tools out there. CoScheduler, Hootsuite, Edgar, Meet to help you schedule out social media. If you're specifically using Instagram for social media posting, then you can directly use the built-in scheduler within Instagram. However, if you are testing out multiple platforms, I definitely recommend CoScheduler or Hootsuite or Meet Edgar so that you don't have to manually post everything. This is really important because, 1, time is money and you don't have a lot of time and you want to have more money, and the only way to do that is to be able to set your business up so that there are some systems in place. The content is posted and your job is to focus on engagement and building community and rapport. If this is you, I highly recommend getting a social media planning tool or software to start scheduling your postings every day for the entire week. This will save you time so that you can just set it and forget it and focus on the more important aspects. Remember, your job as a creator entrepreneur is to work above your business and not in the business. So the more that you set up systems, the more you can let things run passively and focus on the more key aspects of the business, which is your customers. The second aspect that most creator entrepreneurs forget is really important. It's self-care. I know we talk a lot about it, but I think it goes hand in hand with not just taking care of yourself physically and mentally, but also emotionally. Posting on social media and spending a lot of time on social media can really affect our mental health. We get into doom scrolling. We start to find ourselves comparing ourselves with other people's journey. We find ourselves spending way too much time on social media, not really being productive, but more like stalking and following people, but not really putting as much thought into our own account. I highly recommend being more deliberate about setting a limit on how much time you spend on social media. And this can be done through your phone by setting time limits, by blocking apps from your phone, from being able to open certain times of the day. So maybe the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is you do not check social media. You set those boundaries and you give yourself a weekend off. For me, I can spend an entire week on social media, but I try to honor Sundays as a rest day and not look on any kind of social media platform. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't work, and so I try to then do better. The idea is to give yourself grace and keep going, and don't be too hard on yourself, but allow yourself time and a break away from social media. And the last thing that I wanted to mention is being an entrepreneur as a creator can be lonely. You're working by yourself often, and the journey is lonely. You're at home a lot, or you're working from a coffee shop, and there's not a lot of consistency in the people that you get to interact with. It's more very transient. And so this is where I always recommend the book, The E-Myth. I'll put a link to the book in the description below. And basically the idea is you really want to be the CEO of your business. So you want to work above the business rather than work in the business. And so what that means as a creator is that your job is to take your business to a level where you do not have to be in the weeds of it every day. You can delegate tasks, hire assistants to help you so that your main focus is on the high level strategy and execution and the direction of your business. If this is you and you're struggling to find more time, have more time to delegate, start small and hire a virtual assistant to help you so that you can take off some of the workload from yourself and allow someone else to help you, and you can free up time to focus on more products, more revenue, and more sales. For me as a solopreneur, what this looks like is I spend a lot of time making YouTube videos, and I outsource the thumbnail design to a designer on Fiverr. And so some seasons I'm planned ahead and I have a designer working on thumbnail designs. And some seasons, sometimes I am a little behind schedule, and so I haven't had a chance to get a designer started on the next set of thumbnails. However, my focus is on creating videos and creating content and sketching out ideas for videos, and then leaving the thumbnail design to a designer who is much better at designing than I am. So if you can see in my thumbnails, there's a difference between my simple thumbnails versus when I have a designer working on thumbnails. And so that allows me to free up my time so that I'm not trying to do everything. And so the free time that I do have, I get to map out ideas. I get to think about what other affiliates I want to bring in, what kind of videos that I want to record. So those are the 3 mistakes that I recommend every creator avoids so that they can scale their business, have more time, and enjoy the journey of being an entrepreneur. I hope this video helps and resonates with you. Let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, or feedback, or want to share some of your experiences as a creator entrepreneur. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.